School is back in session. Teachers and students are excited for another great year of learning and fun. But how do teachers get ready for the school year? Let's take a look.
So have really spent this first week working hard at building some relationships, getting to know students as well as you can in a first week, establishing norms in our classroom, and so far, we're off to a really strong start.
I feel like every year we try to start off with some stuff that's the same. Like we have a routine of our morning meeting that a lot of students are comfortable with setting expectations and, here's classroom rules, going through attendance, but then we try to get them really involved in the process of, hey, what do we want our classroom to look like and what kinds of things do we want around the room? So each year we change. We'll have other job sites. All the students work at a job site in the afternoon, and they'll help us create and print out new pictures for the new job sites if they change or with the new students that are going to be there. We also have students will say, hey, we're sharing current events. Do you have anything that you want to share with the class? What'd you do over the weekend? Or what do you want to share if your birthday's coming up? So we really try to create a close-knit community with our students, really just making a classroom community and feeling welcome, I guess.
Yeah, so I feel like we try to make it an inviting space. I think we both have a really nice carpet area in the front, so we pull the kids up to the front a lot of times and they can kind of collaborate up there. Our furniture is new and obviously mobile to be able to group them in any different way that we want. We both are fortunate to have some pretty extensive libraries where the kids can go and pick books from all different genres and authors, so that kind of physical space is nice for them.
I think also we both have very warm and inviting atmospheres when you walk in. It's just very bright and colorful, and just I think a lot of kids enjoy that as well.
One of the things is just the structure of my classroom. There's a lot of, we're in almost a U shape, and we can get a lot of eyes on each other and hear each other, and that's just one part of your classroom environment. But it's really sort of on day one, giving them a sense of what a history class is and what it's going to be, and maybe breaking down some of the myths or some of the stereotypes that they think we're going to do in a history class, because it's a little bit different than what they've had in necessarily 6th and 7th grade. So that to me is a big part of the starting point. What are we going to do in a history class? What are we trying to do? Then we talk a lot about it's about skills more so than memorizing things. We can Google all these answers. We can find them. And we'll do that a lot to find some facts. So it's the skills to do that. And then it's just kind of talking to them about giving their best effort. 8th grade, super important. Next year, if you fail, it's a credit. It's a different sort of animal in that regard. And I think many students going through school, they know what high school is. They've heard about it enough. So this is such a great opportunity, such a great age to get themselves prepared for 9th grade. So I tell them it's about effort. We know that if we do nothing every day, kind of the result in that. But if we bring our best and we try, and even if we fail, we're going to learn from it.
Yeah, so there are a few things that I like to do. One is with my seating arrangements, so I have them in groups to hopefully foster a little bit more talking and discussion, because that's such a big part of the work that we do, especially since English is geared toward communicating effectively. And then I do like to do things with my decor to try to include a lot of things that are friendly and inviting. I recently added the flags from my international travels from this past summer, so that way the kids get to know stuff about me, and then also hopefully feel themselves represented and welcomed in this space.
One of the things over the last couple of years that I've devoted a little more time to is our current events. So, through that we're going to learn a little bit about the election, but we're able to make such great connections when we're doing things that are happening in everyday life, and then students can make connections with those things to history. I've found through the years that it's super beneficial to their understanding.
One of the things that I'm planning to do is more of specific to some of my classes. And I'm really actually kind of excited because I get to teach 11 again this year, which I haven't for a few years. And we're trying to do some work with podcast stuff, which is just another way to introduce conversations and things in the world. And I'm really excited to kind of work with some new technology and hopefully get students to understand how their voices, their stories matter, and how we can make this for a real audience and not just something that's limited to a classroom setting.
So we are both piloting some new ELA curriculum this year. I've been on the ELA leadership team for the last couple of years. So we were vetting out curriculum. So it's brand new ELA, long time coming. Really excited to get the kids into this curriculum with the hopes of adopting something new for next year. So
Yeah, and for me as a first year teacher, everything is brand new. So I'm really just excited to just jump right in, just enjoy all of it.
It's been a really rewarding first week. They usually are, in the sense that we've worked on community building. We've worked on sort of talking about what history is, why it's valuable, as you get older, I hear so many parents go, I really didn't like history when I was in school, but now I can't get enough of it. So that's what we've spent time on doing, and it's good to see. I've had effort out of every student so far, and that's a good place to start from.